Obituaries are sponsored by Colonial Funeral Home and Stokes Chapel, Fair, Ray, and Perry Spencer Funeral Homes, Boone & Cook Funeral Home and Crematory.
Our first two announcements from Colonial Funeral Home. Graveside services for Darnell Edwards Roberts are today at 2 o'clock at Ellisboro Baptist Church Cemetery. Funeral services for Linda Duncan Williams are today at 3 o'clock. The family will receive friends beginning at 1. Carl Odell Robertson, 80, of Stoneville, died Monday. Arrangements are incomplete at Fair Funeral Home. Funeral services for Irene Wilmoth Bailey are today at 2 o'clock at Fair Funeral Home with burial at Denview Cemetery. The service will be live streamed. Catherine Peggy Cannon Bybee, 86, of Stoneville, died Sunday. Graveside services are Friday at 2 o'clock at Shady Grove United Methodist Church Cemetery in Spotsylvania Courthouse, Virginia. She was born in Albemarle County and was a member of Providence Baptist Church. Survivors: daughter Kathy Roberts of Stoneville, sons Charlie Edward Cannon of Pilot Mountain and Mike Cannon of Stoneville. 2 grandchildren, numerous great and great-great-grandchildren, and canine companion Peppy. She was preceded in death by husband Everett L. Bybee Sr. Fair Funeral Home is in charge of arrangements. Funeral services for Robert Glenn Ogburn, Jr. of Stoneville will be held Saturday on the grounds of First Baptist Church in Eden, where he was a lifelong member, at 11 o'clock. The family will receive friends following the service. Fair Funeral Home is in charge of arrangements. Also, these announcements from Fair Funeral Home: graveside memorial services for Robert Lee Franklin, 81, are Saturday at 1 o'clock at Berry Hill Cemetery. Graveside memorial services for Bobby Jean Robertson, 86, are scheduled for Thursday, October 15th at 1 o'clock at Overlook Cemetery. Graveside services for Sadie Adams are today at noon at Eden Garden Cemetery. Perry Spencer Funeral Home in Eden is in charge of arrangements. Arrangements for Grant Morris, 22, of Walnut Cove, are incomplete at Perry Spencer Funeral Home in Madison. Healing begins at Roselawn Memorial Gardens, Ashley Loop, Reidsville, and at Reedlawn Cemetery, Barn Street, Reidsville. Follow us on Facebook.